Hey, what's up? Kalen Spring here. In this video, we're going to be doing a free website audit for ashleytorres.com. This audit will show some of the top things on the website that need to be fixed in order to get more website traffic, convert more website visitors into leads, and rank higher in Google. There will be a summary at the end of this video you can skip to if you're not interested in all the nitty-gritty. With that being said, let's jump right in. So the first thing we're going to do is go to SEMrush and look at the domain overview. So it looks like we have not really much organic traffic, no authority score, a couple backlinks, not much paid traffic. So not really much going on the website so far. So let's take a look at the keywords. So it looks like Ashley Torres and Ashley Torres blog are the two keywords, and you're not currently ranking in top positions for those. That is good that people are searching for that kind of brand keywords. So let's just mark these down in the audit. So not really much to speak of here. Let's see if you have Google Analytics installed on the website. It looks like you do. Might be an issue with that. It's there. I would just double check and make sure that it's installed correctly. And as part of that, I'd also make sure you have Google Search Console set up and linked to your Google Analytics. Those two platforms give you a lot of very important data about your website. So I'm just going to write that down. Ensure Google Search Console is set up and linked. Ensure tag is working, is set up properly. Okay, let's look at the call to action. So it looks like the main call to action is probably this tell me more button here. So that's probably not the best call to action. It is a button, which is great, stands out. I'm not seeing a phone number. If you want people to call you, let's see if there's book a call here. So this is probably going to be your main call to action, is you want people to book a call with you. And this is great. You have this set up. Looks like through oncehub.com. So this should probably be your primary call to action. So you want this at the top of the page, book a call now. You want if you want people to book a call, you probably don't want to give your phone number right away, but and it looks like you have the contact me button up in the top corner here as well. I'm guessing that's probably your secondary call to action because it's not really quite as obvious. I would maybe just add a border around it just so it's not, the white on white. But not really a huge deal there. But let's see what happens when we click the Tell Me More button. So it looks like it goes through to a page that explains a little bit more about your services, and then you have the Book a Call Now button. Okay. So that's definitely one way to do it. I'm not sure that this is going to be, the way you have it set up now is going to have the highest conversion rate. I would, rather than have kind of all of these things to read through, just kind of on the homepage, just have, what are the main 3 to 5, maybe up to 7 points, the main benefits of your service, and just summarize them, and then have a book a call with me button. And then below that, if that doesn't convince them, then they might be interested in learning more about it. That way, if people are landing on your page and they really do want to, they already are interested, it's kind of making them jump through a hoop by having it redirect to this page before they can find your book call now button. So just an idea there. So these aren't really necessary. You can kind of ignore these. I'm just going to leave these blank since they're not really necessary. And I'm just going to write some notes down. So move the call button to home page, front and center, and then add summarize the benefits on the home page, and then down below that add the additional information for people who want to learn more. Below that, add link to learn more. One more thing you can do is, just go back to the home page here, is add a call button as a sticky call to action in the bottom right or the bottom left corner. I'd probably put it in the bottom right since there's a bit of white space there. And that button, as people scroll down, that button stays there. So it's kind of tucked out of the way, but it's also right there. So as soon as someone's interested, they can book a call, and that kind of stays on the forefront of their mind. So that's another thing I would recommend adding. Sticky call to action. Let's just take a look at, let's see if you have any website forms. Be on the contact us page. Okay, this is good. Simple. The required fields. So these all get a pass. The one thing I might do is just add like it's not a huge deal, but I might add like a box around this and change the color slightly just so it stands out on the page a little bit more. Kind of the white fields on the white form background. Depending on how light or dark the person's screen contrast is, might be a little bit hard to see. I'm just going to put that here. Type. Okay, make a box around the form. Logo clicks through to the home page. It's in the top left. Let's see. So having the social media icons above the fold, kind of on the home page, they sort of serve as a distraction, because what you want people to do is book a call. You don't really want people to be going off your website, checking out your Facebook and LinkedIn pages, unless they have decided. There you are. Unless they have decided that they want to learn more. So I would take those out of the top, and maybe you can add them like on the side as hovering buttons, or preferably I would just put them down in the footer. Okay, let's see what website is built with. Oh, it's like your Instagram there. Instagram page is missing your picture. Okay, built with Squarespace. That's a great choice. So it is going to be mobile friendly, responsive. I'm just going to make sure it's free of invisible text. So nothing coming up here. Nope. I haven't got any pop-ups. Let's check this on. I'm just going to load this on mobile. And I'm just going to leave this open and just make sure no pop-ups come up. Next, we're just going to check to see if you have any Flash on the website. Flash is outdated, so you don't want that on the website. No Flash. Let's see, you have an about page. Looks really good. I'd even add a call to action to this page, so add book a call to the About Us page. And contact page. Looks good. Close that. Name, address, phone number in the footer. So if you have a business address, it's best practice can't talk today for some reason, to add your name, your address, and your phone number to the footer. That helps you. That helps Google recognize your business as consistent across your listings on the internet, as well as just gives people another way to contact you. If you don't want people calling a phone number, you don't want a publicly available phone number, you don't want people to know your address, then that's fine. You can just leave that out. It doesn't look like you're collecting payments, so you don't need to worry about the terms and conditions page. So I'll just leave that blank. The favicon. It's kind of hard to see, but yep, that looks like your logo, your favicon. It's pretty hard to see. I might just take like the A and just isolate the A on a white background and add that as your favicon, but just an idea. You do have one, so get a pass. White space. There is a bit of white space on the website. I'm not really sure if I would say it's really excessive, because I mean you do have the pages filled up pretty well. I mean there's a fair amount like here underneath the call to action. So I would say that there's a little bit of excess scrolling just for the user experience, just because of the spaces between the elements. I mean, again, down here it's not so bad, but this space here, I would just bump this up, kind of move things a little bit closer together, just for a little improvement to the user experience. So bump up the white space on the home page. Call to action. The colors are looking great. Very consistent fonts. You have the social media icons. Let's take a look at the page speed. And so it looks like, back to the mobile pop-ups, this has been open for a little while and there's nothing coming up here. So go back up and give you a pass on that. What was that? It's here. Okay. Okay, now this is just going to load for a second, testing the website speed. The SSL, you do have that. It looks good. And let's just make sure there's nothing nefarious going on the website. No malware, not blacklisted. Okay, let's check first we check the XML file. Let's just check the robots.txt. Okay, your website speed, you get an A. It looks like, yeah, everything loading really fast. Your website's looking good. Robots.txt looks great. You have it all the various things linked. Disallowed, rather. And you have the sitemap linked. And here's the sitemap. And it looks like the sitemap has everything here. The URL structure is categorized. There's not really many pages on the website, so well, let's take a look at this. OBM retainer. Okay, so service is just the one. So you can, it's a little redundant to have like the services and then the one service underneath that. You can just link the services directly to your OBM page. But the structure is categorized. Okay, now let's take a look. I'm just going to do this in Screaming Frog. Actually, let me get back to that sitemap. Oh, Screaming Frog doesn't want to. There we go. So Screaming Frog basically shows all the publicly available information about your website by scanning the sitemap. And it looks like there's your titles, your page titles. Okay, you don't have meta descriptions filled out, so that's one big thing that can help a lot. Not directly a rank, a search ranking factor, but a meta description is what comes up on Google when someone searches for, OBM retainer services. They're going to see that on the search results page in Google, they're going to see the title and the meta description. And so you have the titles filled out, you don't have the meta descriptions filled out. I would recommend improving the titles. I'd recommend adding call to actions, possibly benefits. The length is good. Just make sure you keep it under 70 characters total. Copy. Not sure what that is, but it looks like the main ones are going to be OBM on demand and OBM retainer services. If those are keywords that you've done keyword research on and found those to be the best keywords, then I'd keep those. If not, there might be some better keywords related to OBM retainer services, and that's something that I could do as part of a keyword research package. And let's see, the home page. Okay, so it's the same thing with the meta descriptions. You want to have the keyword, you want to have the benefits, you might want to have a call to action, you want to have action verbs in there. And then one big thing I neglected to mention is the location. So if you, I have two of them open here. If your location, I think you're in, let me get this right, I think you were in Burlington, right? Okay, so I'm not really sure where the location is, but just for the purposes of, you might think that your business, you can operate really anywhere. You can take clients from any part of the country or maybe any part of the world. But what you really want to do with a website is, if you're interested in getting organic traffic, you want to be not targeting the entire United States. You want to be targeting certain locations. And obviously the location to start with is the location that you're currently residing in. So adding some location pages, adding location keywords to your meta titles, meta descriptions, those are some best practices to make sure you're getting that local traffic, which is much easier to get, much easier to rank for than national traffic. So I'm just going to go through and mark these. And missing the meta descriptions. Okay. I think I did see heading tags. Let's just check those. No, okay. So you have H2s, you're missing the H1s. Best practice is to use H1 as the first header, the first heading tag on the page. And then if there is a topic below that, like obviously the hierarchy, if there's content that fits within that, then you use an H2. If there's a content that fits within the H2, you use an H3. But otherwise, you just use H1s all the way down the page to separate the sections. So it looks like you have some, they do contain the keywords, but I would just move those to H1s. That might just be like a design choice if you've you've styled your H2s and you haven't styled H1s, since you're not using the H1s. So you could just in Squarespace make the style of your H1 match your H2, and then move all your H2s, or vice versa, make the style of your H1 match your H2, move your H2s to H1s. And make sure that they contain keywords and possibly also location keywords as well. Like make sure they resemble your title tag for the page. Which some of them do, but again, when you improve the title tags, I'd also make sure that H1s are improved as well. Okay. I think I clicked all these links. So the footer's looking good. Internal links, I mean, there's a few enough pages on your website that you don't really need to worry about the internal linking. One thing you could do is add, like on the About Us page, add a link to the OBM retainer services as, like, you know, something that you do online. Like, just for an example, this line here, and then as their online business manager and strategist offering OBM retainer services, and then link that to that page. That's just one way to naturally incorporate a link into the page. Linking between the pages on your website just helps pass relevance and authority between your page, which can help Google, can help rank in Google. Okay, let's look at the word count on the pages. Word count looks good. Want to make sure there's at least 300, so it looks like, what's this page here? OBM on demand. I don't think I saw this page on the website. You have the OBM retainer services, OBM retainer. OBM on demand. So you have another page here that's not linked to anywhere, so you have to type the URL in directly or just happen to find it on Google. I'm not really sure what that's about, but if you aren't using this page, I'd just delete it. If you are using it, just make sure it's linked to somewhere on the page, even on the website. I didn't see any like blog articles or anything like that. So as part of strategy, you know, kind of more long-term, blogs can be really helpful for a website. They can drive informational traffic. If people are just interested, not so much in buying OBM services right away, but they want to learn more about it, there's probably a bunch of article topics, like, you know, how to pick a OBM, an OBM specialist, or whatever the correct term is. You know, things to look for when hiring an OBM retainer services. You know, topic ideas like that can be great blog articles, and then you can also take those once you write them and promote them to your, you know, you can share them on your social media pages, you can share them with past customers, and they, being on your website, they will help drive traffic to your website. Then you can add email sign up. You don't necessarily have to have a newsletter like ongoing, but just having an email sign up where you can collect people's emails and just hold on to them. That gives you an opportunity if you ever, write another blog post, another how-to article, if you have another offering, if you have like another service that you add, it just gives you a way to reach out again to those people that have been on your website. So I definitely recommend for strategy adding like content, how-to articles, helpful articles, FAQs can be really helpful. And that's something we can look at with keyword research, is like what are commonly asked questions relevant to this service. Maybe you have some commonly asked questions that people are asking you and they book a call, and adding all that content to the website can be really helpful. And then, like I said, adding a email sign up can be a great way to reach out to people as well. And if you decide to write these articles, you just want to make sure they're keyword optimized, and that's something I can help you with if you're interested in outsourcing the writing, if you're interested in getting keywords optimized, if you're interested in getting a strategy of like which articles to write about. These are all things I can help with. The imagery on the website looks good. Looks high quality. There's not really a whole much, not really like a whole lot there. But what is there? I mean, looks good. You have the testimonials, pictures of past clients. More testimonials can always help, but what we have now is good. Video. So here's the big thing. You don't see it very often, but it is something that can help quite a bit. It's having a video on the homepage of the website that, and this is where, rather than people clicking tell me more and reading about all this, it's 2022. People are pretty lazy. Most people just want to watch videos. And that makes videos a great way to, people watch movies. They don't really read books anymore, which is sad, but it's true. So adding a video here about that sums up the tell me more. Maybe you a quick video to introduce yourself, tell what are the benefits of your service and how they can impact your customer's life, and inviting them to book a call with you. A video can be just really a great way to get people to opt into your service and introduce them to everything. So I definitely recommend adding a video. It can even be like a little thing in the corner here or something. Okay, next is OG data. OG data basically informs Google. It's a way to give Google additional information about your website, which they can then turn into rich results. So you have the website. That's good. You have the website schema. I'm not really sure if you're a local business or not, but if you do decide to start going after local traffic, adding local business schema can really help. It can help give you something called a knowledge graph, which is like additional information in Google that appears in the search result about your business, and that can really help with your rankings as well. Sorry, did I say OG data? I meant getting ahead of myself here. I meant the structured data. So the OG data is more for Facebook, and I think I just see that. Yep. Okay, you do have the OG data as well. And let's just plug that into the Facebook debugger tool just to make sure that it looks good when people share your page on Facebook. So you're just missing the description. Huh. I'm not sure why it says you're missing the description, but it shows it right here. Okay, well, it looks good. This is what it looks like when someone shares your website, Facebook. Okay, let's go back to SEMrush and look at the backlink profile. I think you had 6 backlinks, which is a good start. I think you said you like pretty much just launched your website pretty recently. Buzzsprout. JacobRatliff.com. Okay, so this is kind of cool. It looks like someone's giving you a backlink. Oh, you're on a podcast. So that's very cool. If you can get on more things like these, they can help with your website, because they link to your website, and it's topical relevant. So any kind of content like building a virtual team, now Google knows that your website has something to do with building a virtual team. So there's also directories you can look at, business directories, local directories, niche directories. They're all basically websites that you can list your business on. You don't necessarily need to have an address to get on all of them. On some of them you do, but on many of them you don't. And they are a way of getting more links to your business on the internet, which can help build your authority. And I think your website authority right now is looks like Moz is giving it a 1 out of 100, which is very low. So it's unlikely right now that you're going to be getting a whole lot of organic search traffic, but as you add content, as you do the optimizations for the meta descriptions and some of the user experience stuff and some of the other things we talked about, you'll start getting a higher authority in Google, and it'll actually be easier to rank for additional keywords going forward. So I'm just going to write down, consider getting more business, local, and niche directory listings. It's all right. Okay, so you don't have any location pages, you have your service page. Is that the only service you offer, or are there additional services? That's a question for you. You just want to make sure that for any service that you offer, you have a page dedicated for it. For any location that you are targeting, you have a page dedicated to it, and you have those linked in the footer. Dedicated review page. That's something that could help. I would recommend building out a page that is specifically for testimonials. So I think you had like, yep, so this is a testimonial, and then I think you had another on the about page, was it? This is another testimonial, so I would take both of those, build out another page that's reviews or testimonials, and put both of those on the page, and then as you collect additional testimonials, add those as well. Another thing you can do is if you have, I haven't checked this yet, but if you have a Google business profile, which I would highly recommend, let's just see what comes up here. I just want to check this in Maps. So I'm guessing this is not you. So I'm guessing you don't have a Google business profile, because this is the closest thing that came up for me. I'm in Vermont, and this is in Maryland. So I'm not seeing anything closer. What was I saying? Oh, so if you create a Google business profile, you can take the reviews that you're getting on your Google business profile and embed them directly into into your testimonials page, and that way you don't really have to update it. You know, as you get additional reviews, as you collect reviews for your Google business profile, they'll pop up on your website as well. So that's another idea. So add dedicated review page. I'm just going to call it a testimonial page. Add dedicated testimonial page. Add testimonials or Google reviews. And I didn't see any Google business profile. Google business profile is something I'd highly recommend adding. So let's just do, there's one thing I wanted to look at. It's not actually included in the free audit, but I just thought it'd be interesting. I have to go back to the website here. Your main keyword was OBM. I think it was. Let's just do online business management. So something I would do in terms of finding additional keywords related to this is I would do a little bit of keyword research. So it looks like for the most part, people are looking for degrees, online courses. See if we can find services. Online business manager services has keyword volume of 90 searches per month. Here's a good one. This C here indicates commercial intent. Looks like it's a pretty competitive keyword, but this is like if you could rank for any keyword, this is the one you would want to rank for, is online reputation management services for small business. So there are a lot of other keywords here that are definitely worth going after. They don't really have any data, but just because they're popping up means that some people are looking for them. And it also means that there is not really a lot of difficulty in ranking for them. So these are other keywords: business management, online services, best online business management services. You can write an article about that. Let's see what other kind of subtopics there are relevant to that. Let's just do one more. What was it? Online business. Oh, OBM retainer services. Okay, I'm just going to type that. OBM retainer services. So people aren't really looking for this keyword. OBM services. There we go. So OBM services is something people are searching for. OBM financial, OBM human service. So anyway, this just kind of gives you an idea of how we would go about looking for additional keywords to target, and discovering more opportunities to get more traffic in Google and get more paying clients. Okay, so that's pretty much the whole thing. I'm just going to do a quick summary. Starting at the top, it's a new website, so there's not really a whole lot going on right now. I'd recommend ensuring your Google Search Console is set up and linked, and you have the tag, the Google Analytics tag, set up properly. I would add a book a call button to the homepage front and center, move the learn more link below, and then on the homepage maybe add 3 to 7 bullet points that summarize the benefits. I would add a video to the homepage, introductory video that goes over the services, benefits, includes a call to action. I would add a sticky call to action to the website as well, a book a call button that appears in the bottom right corner. I would, on your contact us form, I would just make a box around it just so it stands out a little bit better, with like a gray background or something like that. I would add a book a call button to the about page. I would move some of the elements a little bit closer together on the pages, like especially the white space under the home page call to action. I would improve your meta titles, improve your meta descriptions, make sure they include keywords, call to actions, locations if relevant, benefits, unique selling points, action verbs. I would add content, how-to articles, FAQs. I would create some kind of promotion strategy for those, whether that's social media, email, etc. And I would include email opt-ins on your website, building out an email list, even if you're not necessarily creating a newsletter. You just want to be collecting emails in case you ever do want to send an email. I would add location pages if relevant. Make sure you have all your service pages. For the backlinks, I would recommend getting more business, local, and niche directory listings. And if you want, you could reach out to more people doing podcasts. It looks like you did some kind of podcast, and that's a great thing to do for your website, for your business. I'd add a dedicated review page, so you have all your testimonials together on one page. I'd also build out a Google business profile, as well as a Bing Places profile, and make sure that you have it completely filled out. You have lots of photos, you have your services added, you're responding to your reviews, you have all your service areas provided. Make sure everything's completely filled out. Make sure you're generating reviews, you're reaching out to your past clients and asking them for reviews. And you can also take those reviews and embed them into your review page on your website. Okay, so that pretty much sums up everything. If you found this helpful, feel free to reach out. You can contact me at gallon@gallonspring.com. You can post a comment below. I'd be happy to help you with any of this stuff. Provide a quote. If you're interested in a full website audit, this is just a 109-point checklist here that I do for the free audits. The full audit is 584 points, and I'm just going to quickly show you what that looks like. So there's a lot more points here to go over. And they're just kind of more granular things. Some of them aren't necessarily relevant, but they're, more looking at like the fine points than the main things you need to be focusing on. Feel free to reach out for a quote on that as well. If you found this video helpful, or if you liked the content, be sure to like and subscribe. That helps me know to make more content like this. And that's about everything. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.